All right, guys. So this is how to remove the on and off button, and especially how to remove the handle grips. It's a very tight grip, so I'll show you that. There's three simple steps to replacing the on and off button for the LED lights and the horn and turn signals as well. Make sure your scooter is off, number one. And to remove the handle grips, as you can see on both sides, they're going to be really tight. So best way to do it, move back and forth, up and down, or however you want to, and then you'll see it gradually start to ease off and slide off. So just have some time for that because you're going to be here for a little while going back and forth. That's a good thing because it tells your scooter that the handle grips are really tight and secure. So once you remove that, just go like I said, go back and forth like this. It'll slide off this way. Once you remove that, you can go ahead and put it down. And the second step is to remove the brake lever. How to do that? It has two parts to, or three, maybe three parts to removing it. There's a bolt right here, which I'll show y'all. Under it, well, this is the second one. The first one is right here. You can take the Allen keys, find the right key. Let me focus the camera. There we are. Find the right key, put it here. And once you remove that, you can easily have access to loose, or it can rather, the brake lever can loosen up its grip. And the second thing is you remove the lock nut and the bolt that's over here from the handlebar. And you grab the Allen key. The Allen key has a wrench to it. So you can go ahead and grab Allen key and grab that part that has a couple of wrench sizes. And this is the one you use. And you just grab onto it. I'll show you a better way of maneuvering. So you put it like that. So that way you can have better access to, grab onto the lock nut. And what you do is you keep turning it. I already did a half of it so far. So what you're going to do is try to grab onto it. And then, as you can see, it'll start to turn left like that. Turn left. I apologize about the brightness. So just keep turning left. And then you can use your fingers to try to get it off once you see it close to, being loose. And after that, which I'll show you right now, since I already did it halfway, once you loosen up that lock nut, you can go ahead and pop up that bolt. You can use two hands. In this case, since I only have one hand, remove that bolt with the lock nut, put it together, place it down. And I'm going to show you all next what to do with this part right here. All right, so you grab that Allen key, go under it right there. Let me try to angle perfect. And so just keep twisting right under there. So once you keep twisting left, you'll see it start to loosen up a little bit. Let me go ahead and adjust this. Perfect. Just keep turning left. You see that? It's getting loose. So just keep turning this part left until the bolt pops out. And I'm going to show you next what to do to slide it off. Or maybe you have to remove the brake sensor by these two screws right here. And you should be good. So let's go ahead and remove this. All right, so it looks like we don't have to necessarily remove the brake sensor. So in this case, if you have to, you can take the Allen keys, of course, or maybe your personal screwdriver. But you could take the screwdriver from the Allen key set, and there it goes right here, that middle one. Use that to remove these two screws. And then once you separate that, keep it in a separate spot. And you're going to have to pull this down, but gently. So if ever comes time for that, just do it very carefully, or contact customer service and they'll send you a video tutorial. But you just pull that slowly. But I don't think you have to remove this because I'm going to show y'all something here. So in this case, if this can stretch, that'll be perfect. Hopefully I don't stretch any of the other wires. So let's see. Just keep removing. Okay, make sure the brake sensor It's not being stretched. All right, perfect. So it looks like we can take it off. And there you go. So that's how you remove the brake lever. When you put it back in place, make sure you stand in front to make sure it's evenly aligned properly, not one side up and one side down. Just make sure they evenly aligned. So that way you can have a comfortable balance. Make sure they're balanced out so you can see that both grips are on the same size and the same level. So, yep, remove that. And then you take your Allen key and remove this part right over here. Let's go ahead and focus that camera right in there. That screw right here, or that bolt right there. Use your Allen key, remove that, and it's going to loosen up the grip so you can slide it off. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. So as you can see, moving it left counterclockwise, and as you can see, it starts to grip off. So you don't have to remove it all the way, just remove it. Oh, before you do that, make sure you remove it from the main wire. So you're going to have to undo the mesh, slowly roll out the electrical tape, and just hang it somewhere on the scooter or somewhere on a table so you can keep that back in place to wrap it around the wires. So let me go ahead and show you all a quick little preview of the main wires. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this and show you guys what happens next. So you can see right here, I'm undoing the mesh. It's very sticky too. Sorry, the electrical tape. This is the mesh. So it's very sticky. So just remove one part. You can hang it on the grip bars or wherever you want to. Do the same thing on the other side or the other ones. And try to follow, since this is the part that we need to replace, the buttons, on and off button. Just follow which wire it is that connects to the main wire and remove that mesh tape and connect it back in place. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. All right, there we have it. Now we removed the on and off button. We removed the port, rather, excuse me, from the main wire, which is this right there. So go ahead and slide this off. And we're going to replace the new one. Do it the same way. Put it back on the handlebars, connect it to the main wire, wrap it up in electrical tape, and wrap the other parts up. You're going to gather all these wires together like that and wrap them up together as you saw, and the other electrical tape, and then put it back on the mesh, or put back the mesh, cover the electrical tape with the mesh rather, and then you should be good. And put everything back in place, which I'll show you next. And you'll notice too, the holes that they have from the main wire and the connecting ports. So you'll notice it has holes and a little black thing on the bottom, that line right there. Make sure you connect it back the same way. So this is the new on and off button. You see that? That line to the bottom, you can see on the camera. There's going to be like a little line that you have to connect exactly how you see it right there. So you get the gist of it. Just try to connect it back in place and make sure it's fully connected, and that's it. So let's go ahead and do this real fast and turn it on. After I put back the handlebar, brake levers, and the handlebar. Like I said, don't forget to align the brake levers evenly. Don't forget to level it evenly so that way it won't be unbalanced. Put the handlebars back, the levers back on, the grip back on, and let's cut this on and see if it works. Okay, after everything's in place, let's cut it on. Boom, perfect. Everything's back in place. I'm just gonna finish the rest of the part, covering up the mesh electrical tape, and we're good to go.